Chances are you logged onto the internet at least once today, if not more. It's estimated 48 million Americans are regular online content creators. There's a whole new world online, from MySpace and YouTube to other websites that are beginning to dictate the cultural conversation. Ben McConnell is the co-author of Citizen Marketers, which takes a closer look at this phenomenon that's having a huge impact on companies and advertising as we know it. Ben joins us this morning from our Washington bureau. Good morning, Ben.
Good morning, Meg.
Companies spend years and millions of dollars to hone their image and branding, but now the thousands of amateur bloggers have changed the way the public perceives them. What's happening?
Well, what's happening is that tools now are becoming very easy and very affordable, in many cases free, for everyday citizens just to be able to use to create their own content. And what they're doing is creating content about companies, brands, products, or even people that they love or admire, or in many cases, in some cases, despise or hate.
Your book features several of these sites. Two very popular ones include the first one, Snakes on a Blog.
Snakes on a Blog was really the brainchild of a Washington, D.C. law student. He's going to Georgetown, Brian Finkelstein. And he saw or heard about this movie title called Snakes on a Plane, and he said, hey, that would be a really fun movie to see. I think I want to go to that movie premiere. And so he created a blog about it and really, in effect, became the de facto marketing program for the movie, and he did it on a volunteer basis.
And then the other one, the iPod Dirty Secret video, that's how you got the idea for the book, right?
Well, it was one of the Apple products that inspired our thinking about what's happening with culture and people creating content about products or brands or organizations. And the Neistat brothers really kind of coalesced their, I guess, disappointment in the iPod and its battery program that Apple had created, which basically forced people like the Neistat brothers to create this video that they created on their own of them going around New York City and advertising that Apple's iPod battery only lasted about 18 months, and it basically had to buy a new Apple iPod in order to get over this problem that they were having.
Well, why else are people doing it? In that instance, they forced some change, but in most instances, they don't get any compensation for these sites.
Now, the citizen marketers work on a volunteer basis, and that's probably what drives a lot of the authenticity of what they do, that they're not shills, they're not people who get paid or get any incentives or points. They're actually doing it because it's something of a hobby.
Well, what should companies do, if anything, about it?
A couple of things that companies can do when a citizen marketer gets on their radar screen. One is that they can do nothing, and they can just maintain a very hands-off attitude about them, and the lawyers don't get involved and try to sue them or shut them down. The second thing that they can do is join the conversation that's happening on some of the blogs or podcasts and just become a commenter and thank them. The third thing that they can do is actually encourage them, and they could say, we love what you're doing and we want to support it, and anything that we can do to support you, let us know. And so the customers or the citizen marketers become kind of the driving force of what's happening with their marketing programs or advertising programs.
Well, it's hard to predict the next big hit, but can companies really capture lightning in a bottle just because they want to?
Well, if you're thinking about viral videos and what drives those lightning in a bottle examples, no, that's really unpredictable. You can't create a viral video and expect that 1 million people are going to watch it. But what they can do is be very aware of what's happening in the amateur culture and what everyday citizens are just creating online, and not only be aware of it and talk about it internally and try to embrace it no matter what's being said and if it's not the right message that some companies want to insist on, but to really be supportive of it, at least tacitly supportive.
All right, Ben McConnell, co-author of Citizen Marketers, thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you, Meg.